Volunteer Connect.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Matt, and I'm going to be talking with you about Volunteer Connect today. But before I do that, I just want to mention I've had a fantastic time with a really rad group of people during the past 3 days. And I've had that fantastic time because I'm working on something that's really cool. It's something that's going to connect a lot of different people and a lot of different groups, volunteers and NGOs. And it's also about creating some form of social good on a massive scale. And based on surveys that we have completed during the past 50 hours, we've had an alarming response that people just want to give back. They want to be able to donate their time through volunteering with NGOs. And I fortunately am a part of that group as well. And so when I arrived in Bangalore, I wanted to find an NGO to work with. And so I ended up contacting people. I don't want you to read this, by the way. It's ugly, and it's formed just to fit this screen, and it's awful. Just the important things are October 15th, October 29th, countless emails to the same nonprofit, which resulted in a volunteer interest form. Had to fill that out after 2 weeks contacting them. That's a problem for me. I have marginal time. I'm a full-time worker here. I work at Thomson Reuters. I only have a little bit of time to volunteer. I still want to volunteer. I just don't want to spend my marginal time creating applications. Volunteers that have taken these surveys these past 50 hours, they agree with these sentiments. First off, fantastic. That number of people want to volunteer in the future. However, they don't know where they can go. Maybe some of them have some ideas, but the majority just, they don't know which organizations they should be involved with. They can check websites. And then they agree with me here. Why would you fill out an application when you can have a database that has a list of activities and a list of NGOs with which you can be involved? And so we're going to explain that a little bit more here. There are services that, to some extent, already do this. The first one is ivolunteering.org. It's basically an application that allows you to see volunteer events that are in your area. That's wonderful. That's great. That gets people involved. Volunteer Match does something on the opposite end. It actually connects people with specific causes that they're interested in, and then it connects them with NGOs that are focused on those causes. And this last one is Social Impact App, which just connects you with social enterprises in the area. They can be for-profit or non-profit. All of these are fantastic, but they're very much segregated. They don't have every aspect that they should have, and we're going to develop that concept a little bit more. So Volunteer Connect is going to collaborate with these ideas and add a few more things, a couple incentives, and just making a way to interact between NGOs, the volunteers, and then this web service that we've created. So now, this is an application. It's already on the store. If you want to see Google Play Store, so you click I'm a volunteer. You search for an actual organization. Soon to come will be the actual activities that they're producing on a weekly basis. And you can even call these people or send them an email. So it's calling, but in this specific example, I forgot, no, I'm not a volunteer. I'm actually an NGO. So I'm just going to go back to the beginning screen and work this out as an NGO. So I'm actually looking for a volunteer that has about 10 hours of free time each week. And I don't know, Ashish looks good. I'm going to choose him. He's interested in education and children. That's my area. So I'm just going to give him a call and we'll see if we can work something out. And that's essentially what we're doing here. So this is a very basic application right now. As I said, it is on the Google Play Store. It does have search features, but what we are going to include in the future is the actual activities that NGOs are doing. This is something that other applications have failed to do so far. And then we're going to incentivize everything.
4 minutes.
So here is my actual profile. I actually volunteered for the first time with that organization I was emailing last weekend. Pretty proud of that. First time volunteer. And NGOs can find me on here. I can continue using this because I want to get more medals and I want to keep winning things on this web service. So business model. We're working with NGOs and volunteers. There's not a lot of money to go around in that area. So first off, the NGOs we've talked with said as long as we build the database, they would definitely be interested in paying for a service like this. So that's what we're doing, and that will connect the NGOs and volunteers, and then we can start doing models that will charge people for this service. So as I mentioned, there's a lot of potential here. There's a great number of people that want to volunteer, and so Volunteer Connect can help them with that process and make it simpler.